Harry, you've won just 4 of 15 ODIs. Why do you think you've struggled in the format? I know it's through no fault of your own that you don't play 50 over domestic cricket, but why do you think it is that you struggle in this format?
I think the tosses in New Zealand were fairly important with the surfaces. New Zealand played better than us in them. South Africa played better than us in them first 2 ODIs at home. Have we played 15 under my captaincy?
Or just in general in the last 15 games?
Oh well.
That includes like Champions Trophy and stuff as well.
Yeah. We just haven't been consistent enough. We haven't performed at our best ability enough, and we've probably struggled with the way that we want to play it, the aggressiveness with the bat. We've obviously had a few high scores in the summer, and yeah, it's just about trying to capitalise on good starts as much as possible, and people chipping in where they can do.
Is it hard to find the right tempo? Because obviously in T20 cricket you've won 7 of your last 8 completed. You scored 300 in a T20 less than 6 months ago, so that part of England's fine. Is it just hard to find the tempo in ODI cricket, knowing when to be aggressive, when to be on the front foot, that sort of stuff?
It's more like Test cricket really at the start, and then you try and filter in your T20 skills at the back end. But I think we've had a decent start from the start of the summer when I took over, but we just haven't managed to be consistent enough, and we've probably been outperformed a couple of times.
And this is your first winter in the role as white ball captain. What have you learned about yourself and your captaincy from when you took over at the start of the summer?
Sorry, repeat that question.
So yourself as a captain, what do you think you've learned about yourself as a leader when it comes to being in this role? How have you changed as a player and a person over this last sort of 7-8 months in the role?
Yeah, I think obviously off-field stuff makes a massive difference. You don't want to put yourself and the team in any situation which is tough. Tactically, I think I've been fairly good. I think there's some tweaks to be made. Learnt a few things here and there, like when to bowl certain bowlers and trying to give them better conditions, and then with the batting, just making sure trying to get the best out of the players, making sure that we're always looking to put the pressure back on them, and knowing when to absorb at the right time as well.
And your game, I remember you speaking in New Zealand saying you wanted to improve your 50 over record, and then you hit that 100 in Christchurch, but do you still feel the same about your 50 over cricket? Do you still feel there's an extra gear in you?
Yeah, definitely. Personally, I think I could be a lot better. I think I could be scoring a hell of a lot more runs. Look at Rooty, for example. He's had 20 hundreds in, and he makes the game look so easy. So, yeah, there's parts of all 3 formats that I want to get better at, and that's something that you should be looking at throughout your whole career and trying to always get better and learn as much as possible.
And just a couple more. You brought up Joe there. Do you think this is a great opportunity, not only for you, but all the young batters in the squad to, while Joe is still here and in the setup, just be a sponge and learn as much as you can off arguably one of the greatest players to ever play the game?
Yeah, definitely. He's awesome to talk to as well. He's played everywhere, done it everywhere. I think he's scored probably 100 in every country now, so he's an awesome player to have in the side. And you should just be trying to learn as much as possible, speak to him about batting as much as possible, and it's awesome to have him here.
And just finally, on yourself, obviously you play with so much aggression and flair and make the game look so easy at times, but then some of your dismissals, when you're going for the big shots, they may not look great on as a viewer, but do you think the criticism you get for that is slightly unfair, given the runs you do score in this ODI side?
I haven't seen any of the criticism, so I don't know what people are saying, but look, if some of the shots come off, everybody's like, wow, and the majority of the time, hopefully they do come off. And look, I just try and put as much pressure back on the bowler as I can. There's reasons to why I play some of these shots. There's reasons for why I run down, and I'm trying to apply the pressure, try and get them off their lengths, and most of the time it works. Sometimes it doesn't, and that's the way I want to play, and that's the way that I've been best in my career so far.
Sorry, just one more. All you've known in your international career is playing under Baz. So can you explain to me what he's done? Because there's a lot of spotlight on Brendon at the moment, but what has he done for your game personally to take you from Harry Brook coming into the side, 3 or 4 years ago, to the Harry Brook now?
He's the best head coach I've had by a million miles. He makes you feel like you can go out there and do anything. He gives you the freedom to do anything. As a middle order batter as well, if you're 3 down early, like we saw in Melbourne, I know I only got 40 runs, but on another day, if I nick off early there, we could have been bowled out for 50. So it's about being brave. It's about trying to negate the risks that you have and put the percentages in your favour. And yeah, as a player, I feel like I've excelled in that, and people might say that I haven't, but yeah, I feel like I'm taking risks that are more in my percentage of success than the bowlers. So bar a couple of shots here or there, but that's part of learning, and that's part of cricket. And I always, like I said, I want to put pressure on the bowler and try and make them feel uncomfortable.